It is with great pride that I speak at the announcement of the winners of the Cork Company of the Year. Their achievements are exceptional, and their characteristics and attitude are so typical of the Cork business community. How is it that business confidence in Cork at this point in our history is at 84%? I attribute this to attitude and action. We have had highs and lows. We have run the roads, walked fields and hills, lifted weights in living rooms and kitchens, dusted off old bikes and rolled out yoga mats at home. We have read old books and found new podcasts, cooked and baked, gardened, painted, chopped and grown. We have cherished precious moments with family and missed friends and colleagues. Above all, we have learned that personal discipline is as important as motivation. That personal accountability is absolute. In a responsible society or successful business, every single person must play their part. Taking full ownership delivers results, purpose and satisfaction. In the midst of all this, Cork has found form. We've become a leader in advancing our reputation. Pedestrianisation, cycle paths, greenways, and in the introduction of street art to our streets and lanes. We have transformed car parking spaces into parklets, adding colour and excitement to the streets we know so well. Wildflower corridors grow, and our appreciation of nature is heightened. I'm pleased to say that Cork Chamber has the gift of an Indigenous tree for everyone registered for our awards today. It is essential that momentum is maintained and that we continue to act and to reimagine Cork, retaining a focus on delivery on the ground. Every action matters. We have learned that we can not only live with COVID, but can continue to advance our competitive edge, to get leaner, smarter and more creative in doing so. Recovery will be based in equal measure on numbers and perspective. If we take positive steps, we build positive momentum, goodwill and reputation. If we sit, scared to make bold decisions, the world will pass us by. Our strengths are quite unique. The close relationship between business and education, with two universities shoulder to shoulder, pushing innovation and quality of learning. The bedrock of our international companies, ever pushing to increase the value of their Cork-based operations. The stability of an agri-food sector that has tackled Brexit head-on by diversifying with a global outlook. An energy sector in a state of revolution, pushing hard to play its part in a renewable future. Our natural environment, I could go on. We must advance diversity, equality and inclusion. Business has a role to play by strengthening connection to vulnerable communities and people of mixed ability in the provision of placements, mentoring and beyond. A welcoming and cohesive society is central to our success. Our challenges are global. Climate crisis casts an ominous shadow. Eyes are drawn more keenly to the built fabric, the shuttering of vulnerable businesses and the prominence of derelict structures. The shutdown of construction and its impact on housing delivery. Simplistic narrative aims to divide the provision of public and private housing when it is obvious to everyone on the street that both are required urgently. The viability of apartments, whether new or above shop, must be addressed, or our city and town centres will stagnate while our development exclusively sprawls. All of housing must be enabled, or a lasting social and economic legacy will be created. The fragile state of aviation and the need for international connectivity is a priority for business. The ravaging of tourism and hospitality, our beloved Indigenous employer, has been harsh and unrelenting. We must now set a path for stability, for supports, and for emphatic international marketing that builds reputation, confidence, footfall, and connectivity. Our opportunity is in our hands. Business supports must continue on a needs-must basis, with clear qualifying criteria maintained. The National Development Plan can stabilise our economy by investing counter-cyclically in the infrastructure we need to succeed. The flood defence at Morrison's Island, a Cork metropolitan area transport strategy that must not be viewed as a ceiling for how we transform our transport, but as a minimum threshold. An M20 corridor moving towards significant enhancement. Strong local government, shopping locally, street art, greenways, beaches with bathrooms, floating offshore wind, clean water in our rivers and harbour, pride, confidence and quality of life can be found in the finer details as well as the macro solutions. We must now move beyond living with COVID to living life with COVID. We must take the lead of today's winners and finalists. If we sustain the energy, collaboration, innovation and action on the ground that we have delivered over the past year, we will set a course for the long term, for a thriving, quality of life-focused place for business.